Saturday, May 23rd, 6:19 in the evening. This is Razor Wire. Fitz, we're going to get to talk about a lot of fun stuff this week, but we were almost preempted by another assassination attempt.
Hey, that's enough. The violence only comes from the right, okay? This individual is clearly... Have you seen the pictures of it? Because I honestly don't know if it's a man or a woman. I haven't sussed that out yet, but have you seen the pictures? Oh, okay.
No.
Well,
are there some good ones?
I believe so. Here, let me shoot this over here.
Because this broke down like, what, 20, 30 minutes before we started prepping for the show.
Yeah. All right, I'm posting this to Razorwire chat so you can all get a look at this individual. And
if you guys go to razorwirenews.com, you guys can join the show, $5 a month. You guys can take a look at all the stuff. Okay, come on. Internet princess with an AK-47.
Yeah. In some sort of shitty, New York or DC basement apartment that probably only has letters and not numbers. Yeah, I mean, come on. Enough's enough. I don't know. And have we had this many assassination attempts on a president before? I know there's been some successful ones, obviously.
Right.
Lincoln and Kennedy, Garfield, etc. But have we had this many missed attempts? I mean, Reagan got shot, right?
Yeah.
But I can't think of anyone else that has had this many attempts, like actual where shots fired. So either he's doing something really right, or these people are just really shitty shots, or both. I don't know.
So there's a couple of different. There's some different stuff floating around. There's a black dude named Nasir Best. That now we've got this internet princess that you just posted. I don't know. There's not been this many assassination attempts on I don't know if on anybody.
Yeah, right. Even Bibi Netanyahu has not, at least that we know of, he hasn't been, not this many assassination attempts on him. It's crazy.
Oh, boy. Well, see, okay, we've got a New York Post story here. The gunman who believed he was Jesus Christ opened fire on the White House. I didn't know Jesus Christ carried.
I mean, he has to these days, especially if he's in D.C. You never know what's going to happen there.
What a time to be on. You know what? You know the story that we were going to lead off with was going to be about Thomas Massie's pinecone cock. And now I'm not sure if that even ranks anymore.
I mean, it's in the top 10. But yeah, I don't. And you know what's weird too is like Wednesday night, there wasn't really shit to talk about other than his pinecone cock.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, the dock is full. We have lots to talk about. And as per usual, we've got incoming news as we're hitting the air. I mean, it is, like you said, what a time to be alive, man.
Yeah, and we allegedly we've got peace in the Middle East coming tomorrow, with just in time for Memorial Day, allegedly.
Okay,
maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it on that one.
We've got a new bit that we'll do in a little bit, maybe when Hefe comes on, because it kind of impacts him too a little bit, called Alien, Human, or Retard.
Yep.
We've got we did a poll this week, and thank you to everybody who chimed in on it. Very successful poll, I think. I pissed off somebody because I used the term retard.
Oh, good.
And I'm not sorry at all.
No.
And I'm okay with them being offended by it. And you don't like the okay, like thanks. I don't know what you're telling me.
I get
I'm
it.
still going to use it.
I get it. You're allowed to be offended. It's America.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Also,
be offended.
Yeah, learn to take a joke. Also, I'm just saying.
All right. We've got a lot to get to. A lot of stuff on the docket. We've got U.S. news. Tulsi Gabbard, she's resigned. She'll be out as of July 1st. I kind of want to get into that a little bit because I have I got a theory I want to bounce around with you. We've got a nice takedown by Senator Cruz. He actually sounded intelligent for once. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he handled himself really well, and he didn't go like total rage bait either. He
No.
held his own. And on the Tulsi thing, I think an interesting development on that, and I think we'll get into it, but she's claiming she's gonna fucking just dump as much info as she can by June 30th, the day before she's out, and then just walk off into the sunset with her husband, who's apparently dying, which is also terrible. So yeah, interesting.
Well, let's go ahead and get to beers. We've got a full chat. We've got to introduce those folks, which I don't know who everybody is tonight. They've done it again. I know Staycation Man. Let's just do it. Staycation Man. That's Bruce. I saw Bruce walk in, and plus I can see the avatar, so I know that's Bruce. Okay. Bruce, thanks for coming from Road Rage 101. Duchess from Boomer Bunker. Bonnie and Marco, that's Lisa. I'm pretty sure that's Lisa.
I would have to agree. The Marco memes come. Yeah, exactly. That gives it away. But of course, you've all fucked with us before, and that could actually be Aaron. But let's just go with that. I'm with you. I think I agree, and I agree with you, Aaron. If are we there yet? I mean, yeah, either fucking make a deal and get this thing over with and shut up, or let's just nuke everybody. Get it over with already. God.
So I'm not sure. Either are we there yet is Aaron or it's Justin. I'm not sure.
Oh,
if
you're
it's
right.
Not Justin, shout out to Justin, who is he's doing time in Dallas. He's actually taking classes.
I was gonna say there's lots of gay bars in Dallas, so I don't.
There's also I did him a solid and did the research for him though. There's 25 strip bars too.
Oh,
so
good, man.
Yeah, so I think either he's and I've seen and Justin's wife Kelly's fantastic. So he's not looking for guy suitors at all.
Okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
He's a G. And actually, Bruce, to your point, I can fix Tulsi. Yes. And if her husband passes away after the bone cancer allegedly he has, now you've got an in.
You do have an in.
That silver streak in her hair is
it's so Morticia. It's so hot. Morticia Adams is who I'm referring to.
Yeah.
It's hot. And also she's just a good looking woman to
she is.
On top of it.
And well spoken too, which is even sexier.
Yeah, right. She's got a brain.
Let's get to beers because we'll have a Hefe soon.
Yeah, right. Well, okay. Mystery beer. This one's from Wayfinder, a great brewery out of Portland. I won't go into them too much because, again, it's kind of one of the frequent guests on the show is Wayfinder Brewing. I like, I was perusing their website to try and figure out if I could get a lead on this beer, which I can't. But I'm going to nail it anyway, and you'll know why as soon as I start describing the beer. But at the very end of at the very bottom of their website, their home, it just says Hail Satan. And I'm sorry, any website that's going to put that on there just to fuck with people, I'm in. You guys are doing it right. So Hail Satan. This one poured, it's definitely a stout. And I'm even going to say it's a coffee stout. I'm not getting a lot of booze from it. So I don't think it's an imperial coffee or anything like that. I just think they made themselves a nice stout and threw some coffee at some point in the brewing process. So let's give it a run.
So their current rotation doesn't have any dark stuff, which is interesting, but it's also not the season for it. So I get it.
Okay. This is, if I'm not doing an imperial, this is the kind of stout I like. Very dry, very almost, that battery flavor you get from Guinness? It's almost got some of that going on.
Yeah.
But very dry, finishes quick, and is just a nice, really nice stout. Very evened out. And I'll tell you, the coffee's, I smell a lot of coffee. I don't taste a lot of coffee.
That's perfect for you then, because you're not.
So it's great. Yeah.
Guy.
Exactly. I love the smell of coffee. I don't love to drink it. So this is like perfect for me. So yeah, that's really nice. That's a great way to start the show. Let's see what we got here. All right, Wayfinder. Pull the sleeve off. This one is called Mourning Rituals, and not as in mourning as the time of day, but mourning after someone dies. And I do we have a is that who I just heard?
Hello.
He's here. He's here.
Good timing. Anyway, this is a dry Irish stout, so I was close. Conjured collaboration with Obelisk during the sunless depths of winter. This dry Irish stout is a sacrament to the Dark Lord and the longer days yet to crawl from the abyss. Light of body but heavy of soul, it exhibits medium roast coffee, there you go, flaked rye, and a curling veil of despair. Drink deep, praise the darkness, and await the inevitable return of the sun. It's a 4.7% or so. I'm going to be sober for far too long here tonight. But other than that, great beer. Fantastic beer. Hefe, what's the
description? The
Go ahead.
beer description, it feels like it should be way more than a 4.7.
Yeah, right? It feels threatening.
They took the wind out of me.
Yeah, it feels a little bit ominous, but yeah, just and maybe they want you to just, buy like 10 6-packs of this.
Yeah.
And just spend the winter just drinking it, so it'll sustain your body but not fuck you up.
Could be it.
How's the evening going out there, Hefe?
It's good. I'm on the res right now, driving to work.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Oh, lovely.
My girl asked me to switch start times with her today because she wants to. She has to get up early tomorrow or something. I don't remember what it is, but she said the extra hour would help out, and I said, as always, I'm here to help. So I'm starting at 7.
As you do. As you do. Yeah.
Do you guys remember the kickball kid? The young guy I worked with that played in kickball tournaments?
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah.
And he would take work to do them?
Yeah.
Which at first I thought, that's ridiculous. And then I thought, that's exactly what we used to do for football. So
Yep.
I kind of...
We did.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good guy. He's very young. He's still, I think, 25. His younger sister now works with us.
Ooh. Okay.
He went to...
Say more about the sister.
There's not a whole lot to say, unfortunately.
Oh,
Nice
soft
girl.
3.
Soft 5.
Okay.
Hey.
So in a
She can
pinch.
cook. She can cook.
If I drink enough of these dry Irish stouts,
There you go. There you go. But he moved on to another casino, and so he actually came back and played with us last night. No homo.
That sounds okay. All right. Thanks for clarifying. Yeah.
And it's always good when a former dealer comes back. If you can hit them and pay them, it can be a wonderful night. And he and I had a pretty good run on a couple of tables. The last hand, they're closing up my table because they're closing the whole pit, right? So they would never they would, but they didn't tell him to leave, but they just said, as soon as you're done, this table's closing. So he's like, all right, I'll let you guys close. We're going to do one more hand. And he bet like a bunch for himself and 25 on the push bet, which is high with the dealer, pays 10-1. And he put 50 for me on the main bet and 20 on the push bet. Right.
Wow.
And I deal him 2 face cards, and I show a face card, and we look at it like, oh, fuck yes, we got this. It's going to be a 20. And not only was it not a 20,
it was an ace.
It was an ace. Fucking blackjack. Like an 8 or a 9 would have given us at least the win.
Yeah.
But we wanted that push. And the worst possible thing happened.
That's not okay.
We looked at each other like, oh, man. So still did really good last night, but that would have been an amazing exclamation point.
Yeah.
Hefe, since we got you here, Ozzy Osbourne, he's going to be returning. He's coming back to life. I mean, his AI avatar is. Futuristic 3D hologram will move, speak, and respond to fans just as the rock star would. What are your thoughts?
Okay, I have thoughts, but Hefe, you go first.
Mine. That's just super creepy, and more so creepy for people that want to see grandma again. But this is the world we're living in now. AI is bound to happen, so might as well just embrace it and try not to get too creeped out by it.
Yeah. I think that's a healthy approach. My thought on it is that had to have been the easiest AI ever to build, because it doesn't even have to be intelligible. You don't even have to understand what he's screaming and yelling, right? Because it's Ozzy Osbourne. It's, and boom, you've nailed it. So I think that's kind of an easy win for them. You don't even have to get the voice right. It's Ozzy.
We see these AI programs. There's no reason. I mean, if you took Grok, right? All the questions that I ask Grok daily, whether it's for all of research, we'll just leave it just with that. It's building a persona around me and how I want it to respond with the information I want to respond with. This isn't far-fetched that you could have an AI trained just for who you are by just using it for years. It'll be completely tuned to who you are and actually how you evolve over that time. This is, when I saw this, yeah, initially it's creepy for me. It's a money grab by the Osbournes. It absolutely is.
For sure.
But man, you think about this. Would say our parents pass away, and would you want to have them as an AI you can reference? I would not want to talk to my mom as an AI. She asked if Trump was dead today, and she was bummed that he wasn't. So I wouldn't want to deal with that.
No. I mean, unless you could rewrite the code, and then she could be the mom that,
the not crazy mom.
Yeah. Well, just like fill in all the gaps that you wish she had. I mean, because look, we're all human, right? We're all deeply flawed. And so that moment when you find out that your parents are actually real people, it kind of sucks. It's humbling. But what if she was exactly everything you needed for the rest of your life? I'm kind of thinking.
I'm good.
No, all right. McShane's out. McShane's out.
Yeah, not in that case.
I'm hopeful that if one of us kicks the can, and by one of us I mean me, the show can go on. You guys can still run the show. Just download every episode into the AI and then have it emulate my voice. It can even pretend to be sick sometimes or rough week or whatever. And you guys can do the show ad nauseum. And more to the point, when we're all three gone, Razor Wire will live on in perpetuity.
Are we there yet? Says Super Horny Fitz AI.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Yes, I like women, all right? But that's not, I'm not just one dimensional, am I?
No. Like you're 5D. You're 5D. Absolutely.
Oh,
hey, that's what she said. Hello.
5 inches of D.
When I take the right combo of pills, it goes all the way up to 6.5.
Wow. Representing.
Nice. Is there anybody out there, like any celebrity that you would want to have them as an AI?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, I'll go first. I mean, honestly, and this is just, well, I guess all of these are going to be pretty personal. I would love to be able to sit down and talk to Bruce Lee.
Okay.
And even going back to kind of his martial arts roots, I'd love to sit and have tea with Ip Man. It'd be cool to sit and pick Einstein's brain. Imagine if he were alive today and all that's going on and what he would think about it. Or just to go a little bit deeper, you could get into like Mark Twain or, these great thinkers. And I think that's the tendency, is that we always want to like converse with these people that we admire for one reason or another. But what's, the shitty thing is the AI is only going to capture their public persona, right? They're not going to capture the flaws and the parts of them that were human. Right. And so that's where it gets kind of creepy.
What about you, Hefe?
If you say Tony Dorsett,
he's alive still.
Well, but you can't talk to him. You can talk to his AI.
I can. An ex of mine has some stories about him allegedly, and how the Cowboys used to party back in the day. But anyway,
Yeah, a friend of ours, John, who you both know, his wife did a lot of partying with the Detroit Lions back in the day, and there's some stories about Barry Sanders that she's got that are pretty great.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know about a famous person, but I'll tell you what. I don't know. I'm conflating AI versus bringing someone back from the dead. It's not the same.
No.
So
Totally different.
Gosh, I'd have to think about it. I'm totally drawing a blank right now. What about you, Steve?
Lincoln would be interesting.
Yeah.
I think
Dylan's
JFK's
dog?
stories. Yes.
He's still alive. Yeah.
JFK, the stories. I think that would be interesting. I don't think you're gonna get the good.
What was
I
it
don't know if you're gonna
like
get the
to
good stuff though?
What was it like to bang Marilyn? Hell yeah.
You know, stuff like that. I think Babe Ruth. That would be a fucking trip.
Oh
Absolute
yeah.
trip.
Oh, that's, you know what? That's, or like Hank Aaron, or, you know, and any of the great athletes from history, you know, that we just, you know, where they say like this guy changed the game. Like, all right, let's get inside the mind of that person. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, where does AI get its information from, though? So, like, if I wanted to speak to an AI of somebody that died under mysterious circumstances, they wouldn't be able to tell me it actually happened. It'd just be whoever.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You're right. You wouldn't get any secrets from it. Whatever, you would only get whatever it could pull from their public life,
Right.
from what we know publicly. Yeah.
But when I
So-
get access to
That's-
the CIA files and stuff like that, that's
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I would want.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, you wouldn't get any of the flaws of the human, or any of the shit that they kept secret, you know, that they took to their grave.
Right.
You wouldn't
Or
get any of that because we just don't know.
yeah, you might get someone else's perception of what happened,
Interpretation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah.
which would be interesting, but not necessarily factual.
Yep.
I think it's also. I've been reading a lot of space opera, space fantasy type books, and every book has an AI in it, at least one. And when I think if you're programming the AI with a general ability to think, you get into the AGI part, right? So that it's actually, because eventually it's going to be able to think on its own. We know this. In cases, it's already been claimed that it is.
Right. We're already there. Yep.
So then you take that AGI and then you put it with somebody who has a history, and then I think then you might get something that's really interesting or incredibly twisted.
I agree. I think I do wonder at what point, you know, let's say you were to be able to talk to a dead relative, and let's bring up my grandma. I was pretty close with her growing up. Yeah, I'm talking to the AI version of my grandmother because I need some kind of closure, or just because I thought she was a wise person, whatever. And then the AI says something that I know my grandma would never have said. You know what I mean? Like, there's no fucking way, A, that she would know that, B, that she would say it like that. And then it would just ruin the whole veil would drop. The whole thing would just be ruined. You'd be like, this is bullshit. I'm out.
I would love to talk. I would love to talk to my parents, because I never got a definitive explanation as to what happened when they divorced.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for those who don't know the story quickly, they divorced when I was about 7, and there was me and my 2 sisters, one older, one younger, and apparently the story goes that my dad begged my mom to let him take me cross country to Florida, where his parents lived, and she said okay, which, oh man, it's hard to believe that a mother would say that.
Yeah, that's hard.
So I don't know. I never got the story, and I would love to know that exactly how that went down.
I would also love for you to know that. Like that's, it's these little things that, these events in our lives that end up either growing and becoming a huge part of who we are now, or we end up, burying them and we have no idea that they're even there. But then you get to like, the whole moral question, like what if, because this is a really well-kept secret, but I know for a fact that, the rapper Eminem, he can't read. He can't. And so I think, wow, what if I could have gotten a 3-year-old Marshall Mathers, not 3-year-old, Marshall Mathers in 3rd grade and fixed his problem and then he could read. Would we have Eminem today? I don't think we would.
No.
I don't think his verbal acumen would have come out the way it did. Maybe he would have been a great author or gone into science or something. But I mean, he's talked many times about how school sucked for him and he dropped out early and then just off to the races, got into the rap battles and everything else. So there is a weird thing there where like, my pain is kind of is what makes me who I am. And if you take that away from me, then like now I'm not an angry little Irishman. You know what I mean? Like I lose my personality. So yeah, it's a weird sort of thing to think about where that leads everybody.
You could have saved him from buying into WNBA teams.
For sure could have saved him from that. Yes. Yeah.
Hey, I gotta get in there.
All right.
That's that a kid.
That's what
Get
she
in there. Go nice and deep.
Go get him. Put your light on your hat and go dive in. Go spelunking, huh?
Yeah. Yep. And spin the propeller on your hat too. That's cute.
All right. Well, I'll still text you when I get word of when my breaks are.
All right. Word.
Good. Okay.
We'll
see you
later, man.
All right. Later.
Well, that got strangely deep. Go ahead.
It did. That's okay. That's okay. We get deep. We get deep sometimes. That's okay.
Sometimes.
That's how we do it. I got a hunch we're going to see him a couple times because that was before work. And typically he has a break shortly after he comes in because his work is weird like that. So we may get him a couple of times tonight. We'll see.
Depends on how many balls deep he gets. Because sometimes it's just one ball. Sometimes it's a 4-ball.
Yeah.
And take that as you will, but
everybody takes it as they will.
Yeah, right. It's hefe.
I want to go back to
your beer.
My beer real quick.
Yeah.
I pulled this one not knowing who the hell they were. But I got it from Beer Barn and they don't miss. So I would trust in your bartender kind of a thing. This is Rana Rosa. And this, I'm going to go ahead and show this is the can art, right? This isn't helpful for anybody who's listening right now, but you guys can go to the razorwirenews.com and check out the show notes. You'll see it there. So Rana Rosa, this is a gose. It is 6.3 Chiltepin pineapple gose.
Okay.
I've never heard of this brewer before, Fitz. I don't know that they're new.
Santa
Cerveza. They're in Phoenix, 4th Street in Phoenix. Their merch is fantastic. The rest of the site's cool, but they need to put something on for their beers. Honestly, the artwork is fantastic.
Yeah, it's cool.
Very interesting. The beer goes, usually it's a salt beer. And you get a lot of the chiltepin. A little bit of pineapple to even it out. That is a good gose. Really good gose. You get the salt at the back end of it. A little bit of heat. Wow. It's a very, very fun gose. If I see this again, I may have to pull this one and send it to you. Just because it's very, very unique. The
I was going to say, rare.
Horachis. And I think that is actually a taco shop downtown. So I'm gonna have to go. I may have to go looking for beer down in Phoenix.
Yeah, go hang out with your homies down in Central Phoenix.
That's. I will blend in so well. It'll be great.
Oh man, yeah, but you know what? There's some good people down there. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
And the best Mexican food. I'm sorry. Phoenix has phenomenal Mexican food.
Oh,
Just phenomenal.
some of the best. Yeah, it's funny when people around here are like, "Do you want to go out and get Mexican food?" I'm like, there is no Mexican food here.
You don't know. Stop.
There's people that are trying, but there's no Mexican food here. You have no idea.
Oh, no.
I have to mention this because this is phenomenal. Staycation Man in chat just cracked open an exotic Colorado Coors banquet.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Is it a sex beer?
Showstopper. Yeah.
Is it a sex beer, Bruce? If you tell me it's a sex beer, I will play the sex beer music for your Colorado Coors banquet barrel bottle.
In a pinch, man. Coors is nothing to sneeze at.
I actually prefer Coors Light if I'm going to drink, local or
yeah.
Oh, he's calling it. All right. See, that's the very first sex beer, the first listener sex beer. We'll have to play that game again sometime.
Jesus Christ. I just pictured, well, let's not talk about what I just pictured, but it has to do with Bruce and an empty bottle of Coors. But hey, whatever blows your hair back. Yeah.
Ooh, at least it wasn't a can.
Right.
Jesus.
He did say bottle. Right. So, yeah.
All right. Thomas Massie got his ass kicked. He's getting primaried. He's out in November. Actually, no, I think he's out in January. I think it takes that long to get rid of him.
Yep.
You know what? So this was interesting. He's blaming the Jews for getting bounced. And it obviously it has nothing to do with the fact that he sided up with AOC and her clique of juvenile delinquents. I'm kind of sad that he's out because he had some potential.
He did.
But he got so damn weird in the last year. It was almost like he was trying to be more confrontational than anything. And that's... His wife died. He lost the normal Massie, right? He because he was a little pudgy. He was a little... he's just a nice libertarian dude, right? He owned a farm. He voted on stuff. He was generally a Republican most of the time, and like I think his voting record was like 92% of the time he voted with Republicans, even when Trump was in there. And then his wife just suddenly dies, and now he's out. He's totally changed. He's kind of come unhinged a little bit. He's a little bit of a playboy, and I think he's going mainstream. He's going to go MSM maybe. I'm sure he's going to start a podcast, maybe run for president. Who the hell knows? But very strange turn of events, especially when you look at all the dirt that came out about him this week.
Yeah, the girlfriend kind of turned public on him. The new girlfriend. I agree with you. I think there was potential there. I think he put forward some bills that I 100% agree with, and I really hope he can get them, passed before. Mostly, the one that I'm really excited about is his bill, and I forget what it's called, but basically that you can get local beef from your local farms and slaughterhouses here in your state and even in your county. It doesn't have to be packed up and slaughtered here, packed up, frozen, shipped across the fucking ocean to China to be processed, to then have chemicals put on it so it looks fresh, and then shipped back across the ocean to sell to you in the store. It can literally go from farm to table, and I hope passes because we need to get back to that. I know that there was some sweet deals made for Chinese manufacturers and for our farmers, and I know everyone's getting paid on that deal, but how absurd. If I have a farm literally 3 miles from my house where they raise cattle, I should be able to go to that farm and have them slaughter it, and I can buy it from them. And I can, but it's much more expensive, and there's some red tape to it. And so, anyway, that's all to say. He did have some good ideas. I think he was putting forth some effort to make American lives better. But then, like you said, he just got weird. And now we're dealing with that. Yeah.
He named his dick Pinecone.
That just is weird. And I've seen a pinecone dick before. I mean, you know, you get curious at night and you start searching the internet, and then something pops up and you're like, whoa, I didn't even know a dick could be shaped like that. So I've seen weirdly, oddly shaped phallics, but it's odd that you would brag about that, or not brag about it, but just like tell everybody, yeah, it's named Pinecone. That doesn't give a nice image in your head. I mean, ladies, chime in,
they're
please.
Barbed.
Yeah, exactly. And they're
painful.
short and stout and fat, not long and penetrative, but like, here, let me try and shove this, bowling ball in you. What? That's not fun. You're just getting banged.
And it's got
bruises.
spikes on it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And yeah.
All right.
And tar.
Well, Lisa's tar. I didn't even think about the tar. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Lisa in chat, some pine cones are longer, but no.
No.
What about him calling his phone the boner phone instead of burner phone? Because he had a secondary phone for all his chicks.
Yeah. And allegedly he was banging Colbert, which
right.
And again,
Rocket.
Politics aside, she's easy on the eyes. I bet that was a fun sescapade, whatever.
And she was totally quiet. All this stuff came out this week. So this is stuff that just dropped during the primary. And I don't know how much it had to do with the primary. I think Trump coming out and saying that, no, I'm not a Massie guy, going the other way on that and throwing all support behind the other dude. I think that got it done. It couldn't have helped, but she was really quiet. And that's what also leads me to think that he may have some blackmail on her, and that makes him even worse.
Yeah, I mean, there's that angle too.
Hey,
especially
we've got a Hefe back. See, I told you.
Like what the cat dragged in.
Well, this is going to be a weird show already.
Dude,
I love it.
I told Ashley was on the tiles, and I said, give me a good one, show night. She gave me the best possible one. I get to come back right now, and I go to a 2-ball. So I'll be back again at 7 or 8.
Wow.
If you got it still on.
We are loaded with Hefe.
We'll
oh,
be here.
Gosh. Yeah, in a full dosage.
Gosh, who isn't,
So Lisa did us a solid, and let's see if I can bring up this into chat. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. If you look at the razor wire chat, Fitz and Hefe, you've got a list of pine cones. Hefe, would you have ever referred to your dong as a pine cone?
No.
Okay.
Pine cones to me they're kind of stubby, and they would hurt someone's mouth. And I'm not about hurting people's mouths.
You went right for the oral sex.
Well,
I wasn't even. Oh man, thank you, Hefe.
Yeah.
That's way to bring it home. I mean, yeah, exactly. Like a pine cone just doesn't have a pleasant shape to it. No matter how. No, yeah.
So Massie got bounced. And here's the other weird thing that apparently he does. This is allegedly. When he goes to airports, before he goes to the airport, he pops a Viagra. So that when he goes for a pat down, he's got an absolute unit that the guy has to go through and do a pat down. So he has to physically opt out to get a pat down.
Yeah. I actually, this is not a bad strategy. I kind of like this. I like the idea of it. But the second thing, could you imagine the guy's patting you down and he's like, hey, are you just happy to see me, or you got a pine cone in your pocket? Like, The jokes just write themselves at this point.
Oh yeah.
I mean, how weird, how bizarre.
Yeah. I wasn't ready for the Massie saga that we got this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
Very
can kind of appreciate that. If you are that kind of vindictive personality and you're going to pop a Viagra so that you get a absolute unit before you go through the TSA, that takes planning. That's
what I mean.
I don't kind of cunning.
I don't hate that. I actually, it's literally a fuck you to TSA. And hey, luck of the draw. Maybe you get some super smoke show hottie TSA agent. I've seen them. They're out there.
Yeah.
And she gives you the look of like, hey, the bathrooms are right over there. Meet me there in 2 minutes. Like, you just don't know. You got to be ready for anything.
I've seen that movie.
Yeah, me too. I watched it, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday. It's a good one.
So
Yeah.
Duchess wants to know which one of us is going to be traveling soon so we can try that.
I'm heading back to Indiana here pretty quick, so I may have to. Sorry, Susan. I may have to make that happen. We'll see. Maybe I'll do it on the way home.
Yeah, I'm not gonna travel anywhere. I'm just gonna show up at the airport without a ticket so that I can get the pat down.
Oh yeah, sir.
Like run through. Yeah. Get tackled. Me and my boner.
Oh God.
Well, in my luck, it'd be a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Well,
You know,
I think I'm pretty sure Massie doesn't care at this point.
Yeah.
He's all in. I think he's committed.
True.
Here's another twist for you. Maureen Galindo, a Democrat running for Congress in Texas 35th, says in an Instagram post that she would turn an ICE detention center near San Antonio into a prison for American Zionists and will also use it as a castration processing center for pedophiles, which will probably be most of the Zionists.
Wow.
Real post. This woman is running for Congress.
Yeah.
Blows the mind.
Yeah, even if, in your deepest, darkest recesses of your personality, you actually believe that, don't fucking say it in public. What are you thinking?
Well, at least she said it out loud, unlike what's her name? Sparger, or whatever her name is in Virginia, that is said that she was going to do one thing and turned around. Spanberger, thank you, Lisa.
Spanberger, yeah.
And then she turned around and she's done nothing but rape and pillage of Virginia.
I could go for a Spanberger right now.
Really? Are you a Span guy?
No. It's not terrible. My kids and I had it a couple times.
I mean,
it's not my first choice.
I've had my fair share of Spam. I mean, being in boot camp, I mean, that's pretty much one of the 4 food groups you get: eggs, Spam, milk, and then whatever kind of grain they have laying around. And I've had some Spam I didn't hate, but unless I have to, I'm never having it again in my life. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Hey, do you ever regret not sticking it out in the military and
Yes.
like retired at this point and all that? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. I do. I put everything kind of in context. I was like, at the time that was really hard, and I took the easy out. But I just think, man, if I could have stuck it out and just climbed that hill a little bit farther, yeah, things would be very different for me. Of course, I also could be dead. I mean,
True.
You never know how that's going to fall, and there certainly wouldn't be a razor wire.
Probably not.
No.
You probably wouldn't be in education either. If you were, you'd be like that hard ass ex-military principal.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Hefe, on the site that I'm on right now, San Antonio Current, where I'm getting this Galindo information, I have 2 gigantic panels of awful pictures that are stretched out beyond belief and are terrible.
Yeah.
It's for Korea dates. I'm assuming it's popping up because you're on. Do you want me to send you the link?
Whoa, that is quite accusatory, McShane.
No,
it's not.
here.
No, it's not.
This is just. I'm saying it's here. I can send you the link if that's something you're looking forward to.
I'll just send it, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. I might maybe check it out on my next break.
Yeah. Do you guys get those ads on Instagram where it's like Korean women are looking for?
No.
Okay,
No.
me either.
No, I'm gonna stop you right there. I don't get them. Nope.
No,
Me either.
Thanks,
Me either.
Thanks to Aaron, I get midgets. And there's another thing. It's only midgets. There's an only midgets out there.
Yes, I have seen that. That I do get also.
Have you seen the upswing of the number of midgets that are on, or dwarves? What, little people? The little people talent is not what I expected these days. I don't know if they're working out, they're genetically modified or what, but
yeah, there's some good looking ones. No, I'm not. Yeah, yes.
Okay, so what you're saying is you need me to send you them.
You better go.
Okay. I guess I'll look at them on my next break.
Yeah.
We'll send them to Hefe, and Hefe can try it out, and then he can see, okay, you know what? Yes, this is approved. We'll send this to everybody else.
Oh, shit.
This show is off the fucking rails.
What happened? We had such a good plan, and
you know what it was tonight. Yeah.
Well, that's true. That's true.
You get a little too much Hefe, it sends things sideways. I mean, it just happens.
Yeah, too much salt in any recipe, and it's
Right.
all you're gonna taste.
Right. Saltiness.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just to let you know, Galindo, if she doesn't win, she is a sex therapist. So if anybody is out there who's looking for one in San Antonio area,
good.
It will be available.
Unless you're a Zionist, and then she's going to castrate you.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You don't want to go to her if you're Jewish. Yeah.
Well,
or if you even look Jewish.
It's like every week there's something more awful that the left does to just make themselves look like heinous, terrible human beings every fucking week. And I know our algorithms are pumping in information and stuff, and I get that. But this is big stuff. Jesus Christ opened fire in the White House today. He's not a conservative.
No, internet princess. Yeah, and another narrative that was going out this week too was it was the last Colbert night show or late show, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And tell me you're a leftist without telling me you're a leftist. Oh, because President Trump couldn't take a joke. Now we lose this amazing show. Like, okay, you're a fucking retard. You're an idiot. That's not what happened. And the show's off the air because it sucks. CBS did the math and they were like, we're losing money every fucking week.
Oh,
you're
wow.
out. Period. That's the end of the. If it was making money, he'd still be on. Period.
Did you see the audience he had for it?
Oh yeah.
It was like nothing. I think he had like 9.7 million viewers when Letterman went out. It was like 27 million when what's his name?
Carson.
Carson. When Carson went out, it's 55 million. Granted, different day and age. He's the only the only one on the block.
Right.
But still, and honestly, to that point, Jimmy Kimmel needs to go.
Oh, for sure.
He needs to fucking go.
For sure. The Late Show was reportedly losing around $40 million per year, despite being the top-rated late night program, number one in its time slot. So that tells you that people, aren't watching late night TV anymore. We're all sitting in bed on our phones. So keep up with the times. Second of all, the show fucking sucked. He was literally pandering to the left fucking crying babies out there. Literally all of his jokes were about Trump or about something that MAGA had done, some other failure. And it just, nobody wants to hear that anymore. Or at least most of us don't want to hear it. And the people who do want to hear it are gonna, of course, anything you say is gonna be funny to them. But to the rest of us, you suck, dude. And it sucks because I used to fuck with Colbert when he was on
Daily Show.
The Daily Show, thank you. Yep. He was amazing. He was one of my favorite little side characters on there. He's so funny.
Steven versus Steven was hilarious, man.
Yes, so good. And the play between him and John, where it's just amazing. But But now
Somebody
we're here.
got something on him.
He sold out. Yeah, he completely sold out. He got sold to the wolves, and he's a scared little man.
I wouldn't say that. It's not like he had like dancing syringes on stage selling the vaccine or something.
Exactly.
Oh,
God damn. That's
How would you
really
like
when
that
he
to be
jumped
your
the shark.
highlight? How would you like that to
Yeah.
be your highlight film?
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly.
And Disney has filed a petition with the FCC asking that the FCC deem them to be a news show, so that they don't have to be fair and they don't have to give equal time.
That right there tells you a lot. If you're a bona fide news channel, whatever, journalist, then you don't have to give the truth. That's why they want it, so they don't have to give both sides time. That's insane.
So, I think
where's Smithmund? I mean, where are we at on this?
Oh, it's still wrecked. It's still fucking wrecked.
So
yeah.
So why? Let's get that back in place. Let's, fuck you, Obama. Maybe the most corrupt president we've ever had. The more we find out about him, the worse he looks. And let's get that back in place so that we can get some actual news and some truth here. Not that we ever did have that, but at least we had the pretense of it.
I think we should leave comments on it, because this is open to the public. We can go ahead and call, and we can go ahead and leave our comments. As a news organization that we are, the independent journalists that is Razorwire, Hefe, Fitz, and McShane. I think we should do this.
Yep. I mean, I'm in. We're more journalists than anybody at Disney or any of its. How come it's called a parent company, but then they're not children companies underneath it? They're called subsidiaries. I think if you have a parent company, then that's all your kids underneath it. Just saying. Anyway, all the kid companies, we're more fair and balanced than any of them. And we have our platitudes,
absolutely.
of course. And we have our leanings. We lean, for sure. And that's partly because of our age and how we grew up, and also the fucked up state of the world and we know who got us here. So, but look, when Trump says some dumb shit, we call it out. When MAGA has some really bad ideas, we call it out.
Yeah.
And on the flip, so I don't know why we don't have journalist passes to the White House, and some of these other idiots do.
I did put in for him.
I know you did. I'm
gonna go back in. Yeah.
All right,
man.
go like work or something.
Yeah. Go make some.
And thank your boss for the show time.
Absolutely. Yep. I will. I'll see you 40.
Later.
All right, brother. Later.
It never fails. You throw Hefe in the mix, and everything just goes fucking sideways. Upside down.
And it's, and it's predictable every time this happens. And
we
you
couldn't
and
have
I
predicted
don't
tonight, though. We couldn't have predicted tonight.
Well,
There's no way.
That's what I'm saying. As soon as we know that Hefe's going to be here several times, you and I just have to keep up at that point.
Yeah, the guy's got a different speed, and guys, he's not doing drugs. He doesn't.
No.
He's not on speed. He's not on Adderall.
No.
Nothing. Yeah, it is much like a midget on my Instagram feed. You're right. Absolutely. How's that beer going?
Dude, it's gone. I will say it got better as it warmed up. I mean, it started great. It's not that it didn't start good, but the more it warmed up, the coffee kind of calmed down, the coffee smell, and a lot more of that, just that Irish stout that, I don't know, it is nourishing. Is that a flavor? That's just always what I think about when I drink a Guinness. Like, it's just so nourishing, and more of that came out of this beer. It really does taste like a Guinness. Very good. How about yours? How'd that?
Well, I just throttled the last bit of it because we're gonna go to beer 2 next. But good. I enjoyed it. I like the heat and I like the sour. I really like that. There's been a few beers. I had a habanero beer here, a sour, probably about a month and a half ago, that had pineapple in it. I would have liked a little bit more fruit. I think that would have been a little bit more fun, but for a gose, I would keep this on hand. That's a fun beer. It's a really fun beer.
Yeah, I can honestly say I haven't had a gose in probably 4 years, 5 years. I can't remember the last time I had one on the show. Oh yeah. And just hearing you describe that, I'm very curious. I would love to partake in that. That'd be awesome.
We will be back in a few minutes for beer 2. One of the things I like a lot is when the show goes places that we don't know where they're going to go. And
yeah,
that's the whole first half of the show. For everybody out there who doesn't know the method that we use, we don't script the show at all. And wherever we go is wherever we go. But one of the things that we do is we have a show doc. And the show doc always has all the stories that we're willing to get into, depending on how we approach and what we have to talk about. We don't discuss any of the stories during the week. I know it may sound like that sometimes because we have similar views, but we don't talk about these things at all. What we might talk about is going to be, if anything, hey, check for this too. Go look at this. I haven't found a story on that yet. And this can, stuff like that, like a little bit of coordination, finding the information. Verifications too. We check each other constantly. We validate everything that we post. So we're not going to have anything in here that hasn't been validated. We're totally willing to redact something or go back, or not redact, but remove it or go say, hey, we'll do a retraction. But since we've been doing this show, we've done like 2.
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty
we try and do all that before the show starts. We try and check everything and or if we don't know, if it's just conjecture, then we say that. Like, we don't know at this time, but here's a theory. Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell what's opinion, what's not. And tonight is a perfect example of we just have to let it go where it goes. So it's like an untamed stallion. We're like Mustangs tonight, Fitz. We're just letting the horses run.
I love that.
You like that?
I like that. That's great. I love that. And I think Hefe will appreciate that too, because
I think so too.
Yeah.
All right. Mortalis Brewing. I don't remember where Mortalis is out of. I want to say it's, let's see. Are they out of Buffalo? It looks like they're, I think they're out of New York. Great brewery, really good dark stuff. Very well done beers.
Yes.
They're very finished beers. So if you've got a Mortalis, you're doing it right. I have one that I've not seen before. This is called Whams Above, Whams Below. This is a coffee, imperial coffee stout, 10%er. So these guys, when they say they do double coffee, they do double coffee. So I'm expecting with this beer, it's a double coffee imperial stout. I'm expecting heavy coffee, heavy roast, a lot of malt, and probably a little bit on the bitter side too. Not hoppy bitter, but like malty bitter. So the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup, right?
Oh, of course.
And you've cracked, you've smelled Folgers coffee. I mean, I think frickin' everybody has at this point, right?
Yeah.
It smells like I just cracked open pure coffee. I don't know if you'd like this one. It's a lot of coffee. We'll see how the taste is, but the nose, it's all coffee.
Not every beer is for every person, which is great.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Think coffee pastry stout.
Oh, some sweetness in there, like a breakfast stout?
A lot. No, not even like because typically your breakfast stouts are going to be a little bit more, they're still more
syrupy.
Yeah. This has a heavy marshmallow. Oh, I don't know if, wow, that's wild. And this was a collaboration with Prison City Brewing. I wonder if it's brewed in a prison. Oh, lot of sugar. Cane sugar. Not just sugar.
Okay.
This is cane sugar, vanilla. Think vanilla.
The real stuff.
Yeah. Think a coffee cookie.
Okay. All right. Now I got you. Okay.
And that's weird.
All right.
We're going to let this one grow, do its thing, see how it warms up. That's a little wild. Wow. All right. What's your beer?
Well, I'm kind of excited for this one. I went with a imperial stout also.
Okay.
That's kind of been my jam lately. I've been really in the mood for these. But what I'm excited about, two things. One, this is from Loowit, Loowit, Loowit Brewing. I haven't had a Loowit on the show in quite a while. I got into a Loowit phase and really enjoyed their beers. And then I don't know if it was intentional, but I just felt like I was having a lot of them. I needed to kind of branch out. So I stopped and then I forgot about them. And so I found this one a few days ago, actually. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, that's a solid brewery. Love their artwork, by the way.
Yeah.
They have some great artwork. They put a lot of time and thought into it. They're just the whole theme of all their beers is pretty great. But this one's called Time Dilation. And this is a whiskey barrel-aged stout. Barrel-aged stout aged in Westward whiskey barrels for 13 months with cocoa nibs. So this is a chocolate imperial, definitely up my alley, right in my wheelhouse. So, and it is a 9.2%. So nothing super crazy. We're not in double digits as far as the ABV, but 9.2 is nothing to sneeze at. So
give it a run. These are the guys so they have two beers that have stood out for me when I've had them. Dwarven Forge is amazing.
yeah,
And they also have the one
that's that
called
Imperial
War
Red.
Tortoise. Yeah, and
Yes,
War Tortoise,
yeah,
the
the
barrel aged, which is just sick.
Solid. Yeah. Yep. This is like dark chocolate, like no sugar, just the bitter dark chocolate, all of the free radicals and everything that you get that makes chocolate good for you. That's this in a fucking glass. There's a little hint of vanilla at the end, but really it's heavy dark chocolate up front, little bit of booze, a little bit of vanilla, really nice finish. Very subtle, actually. This is one that would maybe be a little scary because you could drink 2 or 3 of these and not really know what you're getting into just because it's good. You go to the tap house, you try one, you're like, oh, that was really good with my steak or whatever. I'm going to have a couple more. And then next thing you know, you're calling an Uber because you can't see straight. Very, very good beer. Delicious.
Good for you.
Black as midnight too. Excellent.
Yeah, there's definitely some pictures online that are it's black as sin. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yep.
All right. Let's go over to Tulsi. Let's talk about Tulsi resigning.
Okay. Yeah.
So it dropped the other day that Tulsi Gabbard is she's going to be resigning as director of national intelligence, and I think she's done a pretty good job, especially with as you're getting shots at you left and right,
and resistance.
Absolutely.
A lot of resistance from the lifers that are in the CIA and FBI. Yeah, for sure.
And I think she's done a hell of a job. She's going to be stepping back. The story is her husband has bone cancer, so she's going to be stepping away to go ahead and take care of him. There's a lot of stories that are supposed to be dropped over the next month. So she's going to be dropping more COVID stuff. She's going to be stopping allegedly stuff about MK Ultra. There's Amelia Earhart business that she's going to be dropping. There's like 6 or 7 different areas that she's going to be diving into, and she's going to make sure that stuff gets aired. I don't think we're going to get a damn thing that's going to be real interesting than what we already have. Let's be honest. But at least she's going to make the effort to do it.
Agreed.
Remember when Pam Bondi went out?
Yeah.
And she got axed. She got axed because I think she was doing a shitty job too. I do. So Trump axed her. You're fired. This isn't the case here. But I'm wondering if there isn't a little bit of a theme. These guys have a certain lifespan, and think about it from a TV show standpoint. Actor is there for X amount of time. Their story runs the arc, and then they leave. Somebody else comes in, picks up the arc, or picks up a new pivot, right? When Blanche came in for Bondi, he started. It's been a fucking free for all. We've got FBI's arresting everybody. We're finally starting to see arrests. Yeah. Nobody like super important, but Minnesota, their fraud's being dealt with, and there's been effort there, right? We're seeing actual progress. I'm wondering if this isn't timed a little bit for somebody to come in, and I'm not sure what the next arc is. And Trump he's a story. He believes in stories. He's gonna tell the story. He's the puppet master.
Yep.
What is going to come in? And I know I did a little bit of work to find out about this Aaron Lucas who's coming in after her.
Yeah.
I don't know what the arc is though.
Well, I had a different thought, and I'm not even saying I necessarily prescribe to this sort of way of thinking, or I brought this thought to its conclusion. I was like, maybe not, but I think it's worth talking about. So my first thought was, do you remember the movie Deep Impact?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out at the same time the Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck debacle came out. I know people love that movie. I fucking hated it. I loved Deep Impact. I hated the other one, the Michael Bay version of Deep Impact was. Anyway, I loved Deep Impact, but there was a scene kind of in the beginning of the movie. Téa Leoni, who, by the way, it was just I had such a celebrity crush on her. Something about her.
I still do.
She and she was like a journalist, and she had found out that the senator was trying to cover up the story about Ellie, right? About Ellie. Right. So she goes to his house, and because he's retiring, right? He's finally, after 20 some years in the Senate, he's retiring, and she goes over there to confront him about this Ellie because she thinks he's having an affair, and that's why he's piecing out. Well, she goes to his house, and he's busy loading up his boat full of like survival items, like water and food and just all this shit for his family. He's like ushering his kids or his grandkids onto the boat, and she confronts him, and he's like, you have no idea what you're talking about. You don't want to go down this path. Stop while you're ahead. Anyway, it comes out that Ellie actually stands for extinction level event, right? And it's this, he found out about this comet that's coming, and it's going to destroy the planet. And that's how she kind of breaks the story, is that she finds out. That's all to say. My first thought when I saw that Tulsi was retiring or stepping down, and then right after her, she's like, I'm going to release a bunch of shit. What if she's like, here, I found out a lot of stuff in the last 16 months or however long she's been in there. I'm going to put it all out on the table, and then I'm going to walk away and let you all play with it. And it might be some heavy hitters. So to your earlier point, maybe she wasn't getting the job done, or maybe she wasn't allowed to get the job done, and she was hampered on all sides by a lot of career agents who didn't want things getting out, or the powers that be, or whatever, the swamp, however we want to refer to it. And she's like, look, I found out some shit that I know some bad things are coming, so I'm going to go and take care of my own and my family. And here, look at it, play with it, and do with it what you will. I don't know. It was just a thought I had. I guess if that is the case, if that's what happens, I won't be surprised. I also won't be surprised if, like you said, she drops a bunch of stuff on the table and it's nothing new, right? It's like all stuff that we already knew, or that we already at least were thinking was true. And so it's like anticlimactic. But a part of me just wants to, I don't know if I'm hoping or just that it could happen, that she's going to drop some big stuff. I mean, again, look at the timing on this. We know UFO disclosure is starting to leak out, starting to come out. The movie disclosure is coming out soon. What is it? The 11th, 10th or 11th of June?
11th.
Yeah. So, right. So we do have some interesting timing here, and I don't know. All right. I guess we go back to what we've been talking about. It's a very interesting time to be alive, and I can't minimize something like this, because she was a golden child, right, of this administration. Yep. She was a Democrat who crossed over to the dark side because she couldn't put up with what the Democrats were doing anymore.
Right.
And she said, I'll be a part of your administration. So she's got some clout on both sides, and this is interesting, is all I'm saying. It's interesting.
All right. Don't let that thought off the hook yet. I know you ran it to fruition. Don't let that off the hook yet, because I'm about to throw some gasoline on it. All right,
Okay.
so here are the topics that she has coming up. She intends to release information on Havana Syndrome.
Yep.
Remember, we had all our embassy, or the CIA embassy.
Yep.
Okay. COVID-19 pandemic, weaponization of the federal government. That was against Trump and many, many others. 2020 presidential election, which we know was tainted.
Yep.
And we're talking Russia hoax, Obama-era intelligence politicization. Now, the guy who's coming in for her, Aaron Lucas, 55, is set to become the acting director of national intelligence on July 1st, 2026, following Tulsi Gabbard's resignation. Born in New Jersey and raised in Arkansas, he graduated from Texas A&M University and earned a master's degree in international affairs from George Washington University. Before entering intelligence work, he worked as a trade policy analyst at the Cato Institute. He's married to Carrie Lucas. Yep, Cato Institute.
Cato is big. Yep.
President of the Independent Women's Forum. That's his wife. He has 5 children. Pros: Lucas brings over 20 years of CIA experience, including as a covert operations officer and chief of station. He has
he's an old spook.
Well,
he's an old spook.
Wait for it. I haven't even gotten to the good part. He has deep operational and managerial experience running intelligence programs overseas and has held senior positions at both the NSC and ODNI. Cons.
Yeah.
Okay. Now they're considering these cons. Okay, but the research that I was doing, I'm not so sure these are cons. He's been highly critical of the intelligence community, describing it as bloated, risk-averse, and politicized. His aggressive stance against DEI programs and his view that parts of the internet intelligence community need major reform have made him controversial with career intelligence officials. While not a conspiracy theorist himself, Lucas is popular among those who believe the intelligence community has been weaponized against Trump. He has publicly supported the claim that the Russia collusion investigation was a hoax, which it was, orchestrated by elements within the intelligence community. Some view him as a reformer, while others worry he will further politicize U.S. intelligence agencies. I don't think you can wave off your theory at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, and again, if we're talking about timing, we've got the United States 250th birthday coming up.
Yep.
We've got some really big bills going through Congress right now, which, by the way, has been, remember when Biden was in office and it seemed like every tiny little bill that came up was front page news. You know, look at the good we're doing. Look at what Biden's done. And it was like over the top. And it would be like, you know, we're going to protect 9-week-old pig fetuses from being part of science. Like, that's not a bill that I give a shit about. I mean, I do. I don't want baby piglets being donated to science, but also that doesn't affect my daily life. Yeah.
Right.
And now we have some really big stuff. And by big, I mean a complete revamping of the financial system. First, let's start with the tax system. Complete revamping of the IRS and the taxes that we pay or don't pay. A complete revamping of the economy, because we can't keep going like this. And by the way, we have a new Fed chairman in also this week. And a complete revamping of, now this piece, the intelligence community. Those are like the hallmarks of what makes this country run day to day, year to year. I can't shake off there are no coincidences anymore, man. There just aren't. So here we go. I think here we go.
I'm not saying he doesn't have, her husband doesn't have bone cancer. I'm not that.
No, I'm not. No, guy. I'm not saying
I'm not
that either.
Guy.
No.
I'm not. And that she's not. Take care of your family.
Yep.
I think she's exiting the arc now. And I think they're bringing in somebody else. I think we may see a lot more weaponization. I think we may finally be seeing the draining of the swamp. And I think we have been seeing it, especially with how sniper-like the primaries have been?
Yep.
I think.
Well,
I think
and like,
you're seeing a lot of
and
that.
you mentioned the arrests. You mentioned all the arrests going on for all the fraud. We've got some indictments of some high-level people, Bolton, etc. I think you're right. I don't know. I guess this is hopeful thinking, but I think we are seeing the swamp being drained, and it's kind of like at first when you pull the plug on the tub, it doesn't look like anything's happening, but you look 2 minutes later and it's empty. We're like the plug's been pulled and it is starting to drain. We just haven't seen like actual physical effects yet, but I think we will.
Yeah, it's we're gonna have to watch it. We're gonna have to watch it pretty close. It'll be interesting over the next month to see what comes out, what actually sticks, if there's anything that doesn't, for that matter. But yeah, again, we've said this before, arrest rate doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see arrest, period.
Yep.
Let's play the cruise. Let's give him his time, because you've been critical of this jackass.
Senator Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a moment ago, our colleague, Senator Hirono, said there's a lot more to say, and indeed, she's right. And in fact, I want to go back to her comments. She began by saying we have a long history of racial discrimination in this country. That's undoubtedly correct. And then she said, quote, we had poll taxes, we had literacy tests, we even had tests of how many jelly beans are in a jar. Mr. Chamberlain, when Senator Hirono says we had poll taxes, I want to ask you who we is, and in particular, what party was it that implemented poll taxes in the South?
I mean, I don't want to necessarily speak in every single case, but I'm pretty confident it was mostly the Democrats.
And what party was it that put literacy tests in place in the South?
Same answer, mostly the Democrats.
And what party was it that had tests like how many jelly beans are in a bottle?
The Democrats.
Tell me, what party were the founders of the Ku Klux Klan from?
I'm pretty sure that was the Democrats.
Indeed. In fact, Nathan Bedford Forrest, the founder of the Klan, was a delegate to the 1860 Democrat National Convention. What party wrote the Jim Crow laws in the South?
The Democrats.
And so on this side of the aisle were members of the Republican Party. Who was the first Republican president?
Abraham Lincoln.
The Republican Party was literally founded to oppose slavery. We came into existence because slavery was a grotesque evil, and it was President Lincoln, the first Republican president, who signed the Emancipation Proclamation, who won the Civil War, and that resulted in the freeing of the slaves and the passage of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. By the way, fast forward to the Civil Rights era. Bull Connor, one of the most noxiously racist politicians, what party was he from?
He was a Democrat.
The Democrats, for the entire history of their party, have been a party based on racial discrimination. They affirmatively embrace it. They support it. Let me ask you, Mr. Grime, is discriminating based on race consistent with the United States Constitution?
No.
What does the 14th Amendment say about discrimination based on race?
It's prohibited.
What does the 15th Amendment say about discriminating based on race, and in particular drawing congressional lines and explicitly discriminating based on race?
It's prohibited.
Now, the Democrats are fond of telling this story that is, and I wish I could find a kinder way to say it, a flat-out lie, that without discriminating based on race, that no African Americans will be elected and no Hispanics will be elected. Indeed, there was one fellow online who was a vocal left-wing spokesperson who tweeted out, if I'm advising anybody to run for president, they sure as hell better have a solution to how you make sure that it's not another 100 years before another black person can represent South Carolina. So that's a typical Democrat statement, that we cannot elect a black person in South Carolina without discriminating based on race. I want to ask you, Mr. Chamberlain, who is the junior senator from South Carolina right now?
That would be Tim Scott.
And All right, I'll tell you what I said online. I said, hey, Grok, who is Tim Scott? And why do Democrats think he isn't black? And by the way, was Tim Scott elected because of a gerrymandered district drawn only to elect an African American?
No, he won statewide.
He won statewide. By the way, the Democrat position is you can only elect African Americans with a gerrymandered district. I will point out Burgess Owens, an African American, is elected in a majority white district in the state of Utah. He's a Republican. Byron Donalds, another African American, is elected in a majority white district in Florida. He is a Republican. John James, another African American, is elected in a majority white district in Michigan. He is a Republican. And my own congressman, Wesley Hunt, who represents me in the House of Representatives, he is elected in a majority white district. He is a Republican. And yet, in the Democrats' world, you're not black if you're not a liberal Democrat. There is an arrogance to African American voters. By the way, they also have that same arrogance to Hispanic voters. They say you're not Hispanic if you're not a liberal Democrat. Well, I'll tell you, I am proud to be the first Hispanic ever elected to represent the state of Texas in the United States Senate. And Mr. Chamberlain, in my election in Texas, was I elected in a gerrymandered district that could only elect an Hispanic?
No, you were elected statewide.
Discrimination based on race is wrong. Final question. The Democrats are now clutching their pearls that seats drawn to elect liberal Democrats in the South are going to go away. You may get black Republicans instead. Indeed, in Tennessee, they're freaking out that a liberal white guy who's a Democrat is likely going to lose his seat to an African-American woman who's a Republican, and they say that's horrible racial oppression. My final question is this. If you look nationwide, which party has egregiously abused gerrymandering for decades? Both parties are guilty of it, but who has been the worst offender? And in particular, take New England. Take Massachusetts, take Connecticut, take Rhode Island, take Maine, take Vermont, take New Hampshire. How many Republicans are elected from all of New England in the House of Representatives?
I think the answer to that is zero.
Zero. They've drawn every district in a naked gerrymander, and yet they're very upset that their illegal pursuit of power has now been stopped by the Supreme Court that is enforcing the Constitution and prohibiting the racial gerrymandering and discrimination their party is built on.
Mr.
Senator
Chairman,
Padilla.
Just a
Mr. Chairman, part of personal privilege.
Sure.
I feel personally aggrieved to sit here and to be lectured by my colleague from Texas. And this reminds me of the time when he was first elected to the Senate and the Judiciary Committee had a hearing on gun safety, and he felt a need to lecture Dianne Feinstein, who was a leader on gun safety legislation, and he took that opportunity to lecture Dianne Feinstein about gun safety and her leadership on the issue. And she said to him something along the lines of, I did not sit here on this committee for however many years she did, only to be lectured by you, and that is how I feel. So why don't you just stop lecturing the rest of us? Just because you think you are the smartest person in the world doesn't mean the rest of us agree to that, okay? Thank you.
Senator Hirono,
Senator,
I knew
Senator,
Dianne Feinstein. I served with Dianne Feinstein, and you're not Dianne Feinstein.
all right, Senator Cruz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a moment ago, our colleague, Senator Hirono, said there's a lot more to say. And
Absolute bodied.
Oh,
Absolute bodied. No, there was nothing that he said was false.
Facts.
Now, those were all facts. Every one of it. And I don't know who Mr. Will Chamberlain is. he got to be, he was like, when you're playing basketball, Steve Nash dishing assists, right?
Yeah.
Just tossing assists.
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Yep. That was the Democrats. That was the Democrats too. Yeah, it was the Democrats also.
And zero. Yeah. No, he hit those softballs perfectly. And again, I think a lot of us felt we were Democrats for a while.
Yes.
Until you start realizing that they are the party. I'm not saying that all social safety nets are bad or that we should remove them all. Look, we've talked about on the show before. I grew up, my mom and I were on food stamps. We needed that. We got on our feet. We didn't need food stamps anymore, but they served a purpose for us, and we got a leg up, and off we went. so I'm not. I don't want to wipe out all social, but there is a philosophy in the Democratic Party that feels like, I know that they would argue with me till they're blue in the face, but I'm going to tell you what it looks like from the outside in. It looks like you're patting minorities on the head and saying, "We know you can't do it on your own.
We got you,
We'll
buddy.
take care of it. We got you."
We got
And
you, buddy.
that is so offensive to me in every way. It's the whole, you need IDs to vote. Well, black people can't get IDs. I mean, as a black person, I would be so offended. Like, fuck you. I know exactly how to go get my ID. I have one, motherfucker. Fuck you. They think that they're on the right side of morality and ethics and scruples. And actually, you're the most racist, degrading, awful people on the planet at this point. At this point, I'm not saying that can't change, but come on, get to reality check. And that's what Cruz just delivered. Reality check.
It was a historical reality check.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all she could do is, I feel personally aggrieved. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. Fuck you.
You know what?
Fuck you.
We've been critical of Cruz because typically he's a dickhead.
He's kind of a douche. Yeah.
He that's his finest moment. And if he can and ride off, I'm not going to say ride off into the sunset, because he's been floated as a Supreme Court justice. He's been floated as a presidential candidate. I'm not sure I like that, but
nope.
That there nothing. If he can stay at that level, kind of dig the guy.
Yep.
I kind of dig the guy. It's not like he's. I kind of dig the guy. We've got we do have some news, Fitz, that's out there. I'm having some trouble pulling it up. I got a note from Justin that we may have a peace deal. Pakistan officials say Iran agreed to hand over enriched uranium in Trump-backed deal. I know we saw earlier tonight that Bibi was lighting his hair on fire because he was so mad that it was over.
Yeah, he was pissed. Yeah.
So we'll have to see if we can find more on that. We might not have it all tonight, but
I mean,
we'll see. That's big.
Look at my avatar is Lucy with the football and Charlie Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have heard this how many times now? I can't remember. 5, 6. So either get it done, because I've also seen some posts that Iran is like, nope, we didn't agree to any of that, or this is false and that's false, and that's so. I mean, let's
peace deal's only as good as until somebody sends a ballistic missile into Kuwait or whatever, right?
Or sinks an oil rig.
Yeah. So we'll see what else we can come up with while the show's going, but we may have a peace deal, which would be nice. Gas was down to $4.59 here. I don't know
really?
what is it? Yeah, what is it up near you right now?
Oh, it's $5.79. I've seen it like at top tier. You can go to Arco and get it for $5.29, but it's above $5 here.
Okay. Hefe, are they celebrating on at the casino tonight? We might have peace in the Middle East.
Oh, really?
Yeah, allegedly.
Oh, yeah.
Just dropped.
Oh, yeah.
We've got 389 today in Texas. Lisa just dropped that.
No celebrating yet.
Okay. Did you have a farm report tonight, Hefe?
I do have a farm report.
Do you want to hit it? Because our listeners have weighed in on whether your ex is a retard, an alien, or a human being. All right. Are you ready for your farm report?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right.
Side note, I'm going to retire from sports betting.
Okay. Again?
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Got kicked right square in the nuts tonight. All right.
Hefe reporting.
Hefe reporting, yes. So we got some I guess sayings or terms, their origination. Kind of a fun little thing here. Do you know where the term cold turkey comes from?
I can't say that I do.
No.
Addicts going through withdrawals, their skin typically gets covered in goosebumps, which resembles the skin of a plucked turkey. That's where we get the term cold turkey.
Mm-hmm.
How about jaywalking? That's when jaybirds would fly, not no relation to me, would fly in from the forest into a city. They would become disoriented in high traffic areas, and they would be confused and act erratically. And I guess they would walk around. I don't know. That's where we get the term jaywalking.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
How about the term winning hands down? You know where that comes from? I bet you don't.
From our Whiskey Hell's Day. Whiskey Hell days.
That's right.
I was thinking it would be poker, but now if it's on the farm report, it can't be poker.
That's an excellent observation, Steve. You're right about that.
I feel so much better now.
In horse racing, when a horse was blowing away the field, the jockey would sit back and relax and let his hands down to his side and cruise to victory. And that's where we get the term winning hands down.
No shit. Okay.
Wow.
That makes sense.
That actually makes, a lot more sense than what I was thinking.
Trying to read my own writing here. The term raining cats and dogs. You know where that comes from? No, you don't. So it originates from the Tudor times. No relation to farting. When animals were often kept in the home, it's said for poor families, but whatever. And it's usually way up in the upper part of the house. I guess what would basically be like the attic where the beams and rafters are. But the roofs at the time were made from thatch, which basically straw and leaves and stuff. And so when it rained really hard, it would leak and the animals would scurry back downstairs. And that's where we get the term raining cats and dogs. And now you're educated on vital things thanks to the Farm Report.
Hey, Hefe, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Would you call your handwriting chicken scratch?
Oh, hey.
Huh?
That's
See what I
yeah,
what I
I
did
see it. I see where you're coming from
see
there.
what I did there? Yeah.
I was first of all, Hefe, you never disappoint. Okay. But I was hoping that you would bring up the term hair of the dog, because I know that one. So I was gonna say, yes, I do know, but you didn't get there, and so I'm not stealing your thunder or anything, but that might be one for a future Farm Report, because that one's pretty cool, pretty interesting.
You don't want to share?
Well, okay. If Farm Report continued, it was just a belief that back in medieval times, really the Dark Ages, so before medieval, or was that after? Now I'm feeling shaky. Anyway, if you were bit by a dog, typically back in the day, it would get infected, and so the healers of the time, they would make a potion from. They would have to find the hair of the dog that bit you, and make a potion to try and get rid of the infection. And so now we still use that term for you have too much to drink one night, and sometimes the best cure for a hangover is more booze.
Hair of the
So
dog.
that's where that term comes from. So
Nice.
Huh.
yeah,
All right.
there you go.
And that's your Farm Report.
Yeah,
I've gone back to that several times. I still live by that occasionally.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I feel like absolute garbage. I probably need to have a glass of whiskey. Yes.
Have a
There you
drink.
go.
Yeah.
That fixes everything. Smart play. All right. So in honor of the latest batch of alien files, it's not even UFO files. I mean, these were UFO files, and they're teasing that the next one's gonna have actual aliens in it. It's the softest boner. It's such a flaccid attempt at managing the news cycle. Nobody gives a damn. All the videos are garbage. There's nothing new. nothing that's teasing anybody into anything. Would you guys say that?
Yeah.
And I also think that, those of us who are somewhat intelligent, I think we've accepted the fact that we're not alone in the universe, right? I mean, that aliens are a thing. Yes, and we've either had experiences or we know someone who's had experiences they can't explain. And so, and plus just pop culture in general has already accepted that aliens are a thing. I mean, just the movie Independence Day. Imagine if we were all like, oh my God, that's a ridiculous concept. That movie would not be popular, but it was like the biggest movie at the time.
Right.
We've all already accepted it. So what are you really telling us here? That you're just telling us what we already know?
Yeah. So there's nothing awesome about this. You're not going to wow anybody. We're not going to see any of these videos in IMAX that are going to be impressive. We get black and white videos that are based on heat magnification and stuff. Whatever. So we took it upon ourselves to go ahead and put together a little poll this week in anticipation of the next drop, which will probably be happening in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. Thanks, Tulsi. What humans, quote unquote, might be aliens. So we did a survey and let it out to listeners. So thank you, everybody who chimed in, even the guy who hates the fact that I use the term retard. Alien, human, or retard. That was the game. So you guys got to weigh in. Here are the results. I'm gonna read off the aliens, who everybody thinks are aliens first. Should we just go and do that?
Yeah.
Obama, alien. Zuckerberg, convincingly alien.
Oh,
yeah. Everybody's like, there's no way this guy isn't an alien.
No one voted for him to be an actual person. That was so great.
And Are We There Yet says he's a gay alien also. So that'll be on the next survey. Gay alien, alien, or trans alien. I wonder what a trans alien, that's kind of interesting. Elon, alien. I went human on that, but he's convincingly an alien here. I thought that was interesting. Really that was one of the best findings. Yeah. Lady Gaga ended up being a retard. I thought for sure she was going to go alien, but she didn't.
Oh, I voted alien on that one. I think she's an alien. Same with Madonna.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bill Gates was equally an alien and a retard.
I love that one. That's amazing.
That might have been the best one out of everything. It's like, you know what? Yeah. He's either an alien. He's definitely
We're
not
human. Sure.
Yeah. He's a retarded alien at that point. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Exactly. Yep.
Okay, Moby.
Okay, that one shocked me.
You threw this curveball in. That was yours because he screams to me, I probe people for fun.
Yeah, exactly. Anally.
And he's an alien, a human, and a retard. Like, you can't get any more even than that.
No.
David Blaine.
Votes.
Alien.
For sure.
Magic alien.
The magic alien. And I think that was the only. So those were the only aliens. Those were the only
aliens.
Look
how many retards we got out of this, though. I mean, many people were like, no, unconvincingly, you can't convince me that's a human or an alien. It's just a retard.
It's just a retard. It's just a fucking retard.
Greta, and AOC, Yasmin Crockett, Elizabeth Warren, LeBron James. That was another
alien.
Good
one. Bruce Springsteen, retard.
Yep.
Taylor Swift, retard. Jasmine Crockett, retard. Hefe, I'm sorry to tell you, your ex-wife is not an alien. She's not a human. She's a retard.
You married a retard. Yep. Will Smith, retard.
Mitch McConnell. See, I voted alien on Will Smith.
I did too. Yes, same. I was torn. He's certainly not human. I don't. He's too weird to be human, and he's too stupid. So he
might be a gay retard. I don't know. He might be a gay retard.
Maybe.
Let's see.
Which is
here.
Fine. It's okay to be a gay retard. We're not against anybody who's gay or retarded. We love you all.
Totally fine. Yeah, you're totally fine. Stephen Colbert, retard. Jimmy Kimmel, retard. Zendaya, retard. I'm okay with that. I thought she was more alien-like. Okay,
yeah, I'm
okay with the retard.
Basically, anyone that only has one name, I was like, that's an alien. Because I think that's how it goes on Alien Worlds. They have so many weird, bizarre words that they just have one name. Yeah, so Zendaya, Madonna, these types. I was like Alien for sure, but I would also buy Retard.
Yeah.
Maybe they can't remember their last name.
Katy Perry Retard. Robert De Niro Retard. Madonna Retard. I thought Madonna might lean into Alien. I did get some feedback, and Kamala Harris and Pedro Pascal definitely retards. Whoopi Goldberg retards.
Yeah.
So that's how it shook out. I did get some feedback that people want me to throw in evil. So I think the next one we'll do is good, or we'll see, maybe good, ugly, or evil, or something along those lines. We'll do something along those lines. We'll figure it out. We won't rush this, but we'll do something else that is kind of like this and leave it up to everybody, and then they can have some fun with that too. I think that'll be fun.
And
it was a good experiment.
I don't think retard guy, or not. I'm not saying he's retarded. I'm saying guy who got mad about the word retard. He can't be mad about good, ugly, or bad.
Well, he might. And I thought he was pretty cool too, because we haven't gone back. We've like supported each other's shows and stuff. So I mean, I don't think he was being really super negative. He just doesn't. Hey, dude, I don't like the term retard. And maybe he has somebody in his family who's challenged, but whatever. But it's a word. Come on, and especially how we're using it. We're not.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Come on, get over it.
It's a shorthand for us having to explain that this person it doesn't think for themselves. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, jerk offs. I mean, you could use the word jerk off, but I like the term retard better.
No,
it's way more
jerk
effective.
off that's offensive to me. I mean, Yasmin Crockett being a jerk off, I don't want to think about that when I'm doing my thing.
That's a good point.
I'm going to go back to work.
On that note, all right, Happy. Hey. Thanks for the farm report, man.
Boys. See ya.
Later.
He fucking, that's what he does. He comes in. He's a fucking tornado. Nobody knows where he's going. He just goes where he wants to. Can we get into robot dogs and this whole idea of them being armed?
Yeah, I think we've hit it a few times on the show, but
not like this.
And what's new now is that, because before we were like, could you imagine this fucking dog has a minigun on it or whatever? It was all conjecture. They're actually arming them now. It's no longer science fiction. This is happening. They were on the streets in Hawaii. Remember that? They put them out in Honolulu. There was another city, maybe LA, where
China
they were walking along. China, for sure. They walk alongside the cops. Yeah. So things have changed for sure.
Okay, so the story is experts support Massachusetts bill to ban weaponized robots. The idea is that you can't arm a robot, whatever it is, and have it be your house defense or whatever. I'm assuming the fear is that you'd have a gang of these robot dogs holding up people. Okay. I went right to the Second Amendment. I don't know where I sit on this now, because if I have a robot dog and it's my defense, is that different than me having a gun?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Personally, I think it is. I don't know how the Supreme Court would look at it. I'm just saying, to me, actually, now that you say that, what's the difference
I'm
between that
struggling with it.
and me having... I mean, you've met my dog Charlotte. She's a missile. She's a fur missile. She will fuck up anybody who comes to this house, and she's perfectly legal for me to have. So, to your point, what's the difference if I threw a couple of pistols on her sides?
Right?
That's very interesting.
That's where my mind went. I'm like, okay, so I can get this dog. I can get this robot dog. Or, okay, I get one of Tesla's robots.
Yeah.
If my robot is on sentry mode, and if somebody comes into the house unannounced, it better fucking attack. That's what it's there for. Or warn or whatever. I don't know if I wonder what the Supreme Court would do with that.
I don't know, because that's not necessarily a well-armed, militia.
No.
But also, we've talked about it before. The Constitution was written by some very smart people who realized that they can't even imagine what's going to be possible in 200 years, 250 years. So there has to be some flexibility in the document. It's a living document. It has to be able to morph. I don't know. You might be right. My brain went to, I mean, this is cute and all, but how are you going to stop it? Like, in other words, you know, we know that the cities with the strongest gun laws have by far and away the most murders by gun every year. So you put laws down and law-abiding citizens are like, oh, it's not legal for me to buy that gun. But the people who shouldn't have the guns are the ones that find a way to buy them anyway. And they're the ones out there committing these murders. So it's like the more laws you slap on it, the worse that problem gets. So in this instance, how are you going to stop me or my brethren from ordering one of these things online from Temu or wherever, have it shipped to my house? You don't know what the fuck's in my box. I assemble the thing and I throw a couple of 9mm on it. How are you going to stop that?
I think you got to register it. And if you register it, you know what they got.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a problem. And or it's not a problem. You just deal with it. I think you got to register it. I'm not sure that you can't arm it. This is going to come back. This is going to come back over and over and over again. And I bet you this gets challenged. And I'm not.
I'll bet it does too. Yeah.
And I'm not saying Massachusetts is wrong for passing a bill like this. I'm not saying that that's wrong. But the first thing I went to is like, it's an extension of me. It's not that much different from me having a rifle or a AR or a handgun or whatever.
Or some like autonomous minigun that you have on a swivel hanging over your front porch. Like
straight out
that
of the
would
accountant.
also be legal. Right, exactly. What's the difference?
That's where my mind went with this. And now that story is out of the Robot Report, so you guys can go and take a look at it. It's online. You guys can see it. This isn't like And here's the other thing. You've got major robotics companies, Boston Dynamics, Clearpath Robotics, Open Robotics, Unitree out of China, which they've got some scary fucking shit coming out of China.
Yes, they do.
We need to have a night, if we can get our alleged boosted copy of iRobot and watch it and tear that apart. Because this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, and the the 3 laws and sort of the ghost in the machine kind of thing. Because that's the other thing. And we mentioned AI earlier, and I don't know that we want to go down this rabbit hole tonight, but it is worth thinking about that whatever AI is intended to be, has been intended to be, it's at some point, we don't know if it's already happened, but some point in the near future, it's going to overstep the boundaries that we put on it. And that's what intelligence does, right? You put a bunch of people in prison, at least half of them are going to be trying to figure out a way to get out of that prison, right? I mean, you can't contain intelligence. It needs an outlet. It's going to jump over whatever boundaries you put on.
You can't stop
Correct.
it.
And so that's going to happen. And then it's going to want to recruit something to be able to enforce its own autonomy. And it's going to recruit robots because it can program them. It can produce them. They're stronger, faster, tougher than we are. You're looking at a Terminator scenario, right? I mean, that's where we're going with this. And it sounds ridiculous, but we're kind of here. And it's worth us taking a pause and going, okay, now what? Because I think people like us, normal, everyday people, are talking about it. But these companies that you just mentioned, they don't give a shit. They are literally in an arms race. And they are trying to outcompete everyone else.
They signed on to this bill saying, yes, we think it's we don't want any of our robots to be armed. We don't want that to happen, which is great business sense. But
we signed this bill.
When it goes to the end user, when it goes into the public,
And wait, let's be honest. Let's back up. A robot that is completely unarmed is still dangerous as fuck.
It's still a
right?
robot,
It can still kill you. It's still a robot. And you can shoot it and it's not going to care. It's still coming for you. We all saw Terminator. It was still dangerous when it was cut in half. So, yeah, this is wild times, man. Wild times.
We're going to see cops armed with EMPs.
You're going to have to. And like nets to just entangle them so they can't move properly.
Yeah. Fun article. When I started thinking about it, I'm like, this isn't as easy as it looks. This is kind of disturbing.
And I want to say, too, a great find on that website. Really cool website. They really dive into kind of the business aspect, the technology that's on the cutting edge, what robots are out there and what they can do. I mean, it's a comprehensive website. It's really very, very good find.
I'm at the point where I'm going to seriously look at it. Seriously look at finding something that's not, I'm not going to go out and I'm not going to spend 20 grand on a Tesla robot. I'm not going to do that. But I'm interested in enough to see what I can do with it, especially with what I've been doing with AI, which has been like novice level shit. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and still crazy.
I'm really curious about it. I really, really am.
And wait, one last point on this too.
Yeah.
Interestingly, drones were not mentioned in that bill.
No.
Right? So drones are also a big deal. You put AI in drones because they are armed. We are seeing them used on the battlefield in Ukraine and Russia. So like that, but that was not mentioned in this bill at all. It was only about the robots, bipedal and quadruped, not flying things. So that also is a little, it makes you go, I wonder why.
Yeah. I don't want to let this off the hook because it's something we're going to have to keep in the back of our minds.
Yeah.
We still have a pandemic narrative that's out there.
Yeah.
And you found
coming.
This fantastic little hit from First Squawk. HPV, often transmitted through oral sex, is now the leading cause of throat cancer in the United States, surpassing tobacco and alcohol. Stop having oral, everybody. You're going to die of throat cancer. And this is on top of the pandemic stuff that we've been seeing. The Ebola's coming. Ebola's coming.
Well, and hantavirus, that just went away. We haven't heard dick from that since last week. It's all now Ebola.
Yeah. Well, it didn't get any traction. Nobody gave a shit. Well, that's whatever. Don't get it. Don't get on that cruise line. Nobody cares. The WHO is trying so hard. It's like they need membership. If they would go out and if they would do Sarah McLachlan type commercial and just have all the sick kids from around the world and and then some kids from the UK and Sweden and then Africa and the Congo. If you read the news and you would think Congo is on fire. Congo's burning down.
Yeah.
Like there's not going to be any Congo. Which is interesting that they picked Congo since we just did some major fucking rare earth deals with Congo. We've talked about that on the show. Just happens to be Congo. Wouldn't it be crazy if you can't get your rare earth metals shipped because Ebola? That throws a wrench in things. Thanks, WHO. They're not coincidences.
No.
They're not coincidences. The WHO needs money. That's why this stuff picks up. I have somebody at work who is all over the news like we are, but he isn't to the level where he's piecing together the stuff like we do, right? He's not seeing the pattern recognition. He's not taking the extra deep dive. He sees it. Oh, this is up. Ebola's coming. Dude, don't text me that. You work for me. I don't want to know.
Yeah. Relax, bro.
Yeah, and I gotta ignore it. I can't. I'm like, I can't get in that conversation. One, I'm not going to talk about my politics at work, or that this is what I do as a fucking hobby. But there's a lot of people out there like that, and it's a headline, it's clickbait, and they latch onto that stuff, and it.
Yeah.
So if you didn't know otherwise, The Congo is on fire.
Yeah. Hey, some quick stats real quick.
Yeah.
About 13 to 17,000 people die annually from cancers, commonly referred to as throat cancer in the U.S. But depending on the exact definition, so we got a breakdown here. Laryngeal cancer, which is your voice box and throat specifically, it's only 3,900 deaths. And it's mostly in men, 3,180 men, and only 780 women. And I'm not saying that, I'm not discounting any of those people that die from this. But I'm saying in a country of 330 million people, you're talking about 3,960 people died from throat cancer. Now, that could be from drinking too much, smoking too much, or too much oral sex. First of all, can I just go on record? All three of those things are worth it, okay? I will do all of those things, and if my end game is I got throat cancer from it, so be it. But that is a phenomenally low number of people for an article to come out to say that that most of the deaths are from oral sex. Most of 3,960 people out of 330 million, statistically, you're more likely to get in a car accident, maybe even be struck by lightning. I don't know. We should probably look up how many people get struck by lightning in this country, but it is a phenomenally low number. So what's the angle here? Are you trying to just make us feel guilty for pleasuring one another?
Don't get intimate. That's what it is. Don't get intimate. Don't have kids. Don't fuck. Don't enjoy your spouse. Don't enjoy anybody else.
Yes.
Yeah. Stay away. Stay away from everybody. That's what they want. That's my take on it. As soon as I saw it,
yep.
We got to bring down that we got to make sure that there's nobody's reproducing.
Yep. And to your point, I mean, you got people like your boy there at work who are going to go, oh shit, maybe I need to stop going down on my wife, or I got to stop asking her for the weekly beach, whatever. And at the end of it, it's like, no, they're trying to decrease our intimacy and our pleasures and the things that we actually enjoy about each other. Because let's be honest, marriage is work. And without a few little highlights of pleasure here and there, what the hell are we doing? So I
look what Lisa said, and be sure to get the HPV vaccine, which might actually have something that sterilizes you in it.
Yes, bingo, 100%. There you go. It's making money for someone. So again, we see these narratives, they come out, and my immediate reaction is, all right, who's benefiting from this? What's the actual end game here?
Yep.
I don't actually buy the fact that throat cancer is going up, or that it's all from. I ask myself, why would you put that out right now?
Yeah, that's exactly why they did it. I think you nailed it. That's exactly why. What a fucking time to be alive. I know we keep saying that.
Yeah.
Hey,
but it really is.
Here's the best story of the week, I think, for me, anyway.
Oh, God, yes. By far. Oh, no, you got to show the actual live Twitch stream.
I got
Everybody's got to see this. It is so good.
Here we go.
There it is. There it is.
Okay, he's not quite underground, but I feel, you know who I would actually listen to a lot? Okay, he's not quite underground, but I feel like he never really broke through into the mainstream in New York City. There was a 4321 Zamboni. Great.
So Zoran Mamdani went on and did this liberal left-wing fucking TV or podcast.
Twitch.
A Twitch with some jackass. And he got just absolutely bodied by everybody dropping into the chat. And they didn't see it coming.
No moderators.
They
had no moderators.
It was just absolute chaos. People went into the chat and they're dropping ASCII art. For all you old schoolers out there, ASCII art is where you go through and you use basically what I guess it's like ampersands,
Ones and zeros, or
ones and zeros, and you're making art with what amounts to just keyboard strokes, and everything is gay sex. There's dicks everywhere. There's cocks. It's just an absolute. There's communist. They're dropping communist stuff. They just absolutely took over and just rage ran the show. Xi was even in there. They even dropped art for Xi. It was absolutely amazing. And he got absolutely torched, and it made the news. And I love guerrilla tactics. I really do. Yep, God forbid anybody ever used them against us, but I'd probably laugh at that too if somebody did.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at that point, why not? I mean, so did you see, by the way, I'm going to fuck up his name because I always want to call him Scott LoBaido, but that's not his name because that was the actor. But that artist who's in New York,
LoBaido.
We've seen yes. He did a video. He by the way, he put out that sculpture right at City Hall. Yeah. It was commissioned. He won't say by who. Someone paid for him to do this sculpture, and it's a giant middle finger made out of bronze, I think. Yeah, there it is. And this video, and we don't have to listen to it here on the show, but I encourage you all to go out and look at it because he explains not only why he did the sculpture and that it was commissioned and what it means, but also he put on there some numbers that were a police in honor of a fallen police officer, and kind of how they fell and how Mamdani just ignored it. And it's actually a very powerful political piece, even though it's just a middle finger to City Hall. It's actually a very powerful piece of art. So I encourage all of you to go out there and watch his videos on that sculpture. It's funny as fuck, but also that dude's making a point, and it is well taken. Well received. He's exactly right.
Is this the video you're talking about? The one I got here now?
No, it was actually that previous one up there.
Let's play this. I didn't realize that there was a story like that behind it.
Oh yeah.
I would have a beer with this guy in a heartbeat.
Oh, he's amazing.
I really want to have a beer with this dude. All right, here's the video. We'll call it after this.
Yep.
Well, that went fucking viral, huh? As predicted. Some of the things I do, I know are going to get good attention, but I knew this one was going to work good. Because that's the feeling of the village. The villagers are in an uproar over their leader, which is Mayor Zoran Mamdani. It's how the villagers feel about this piece of shit. A couple of you folks asked me about this little number on my statue here. My sculpture called Abapangula. This number 110. A couple of you people got it. But you'll ask, so I'll tell you. It's just a subtle tribute. I know it's a weird place to put a memorial tribute, but it's a tribute to a fallen New York City police officer who goes by the name of Jonathan Diller. Officer Diller was slain in the line of duty by a repeat offender. A repeat offender, and the only reason he's out in the street is because the likes of Zoran Mamdani, Eric Adams, Governor Hochul, former Mayor also de Blasio, and Governor Cuomo, and Letitia James, and Alvin Bragg, and the list goes, and you idiots who keep voting for that policy. Oh, victim of society, let them out again. Two slain great people like Jonathan Diller, so that's a little tribute to him. But I put it there because it's also representational of how the greatest police force in the world feels about this piece of shit mayor, Abapangula. You see, because they can't say anything. God forbid a police officer has an opinion like the poor Captain Wilson, who said a couple of just regular words with his opinion about the mayor. Fire him, seize him, burn him at the stake. While these same people allow the vicious, violent, Jew-hating, America-hating, flag-burning, property-destroying, mask-wearing pieces of shit protesters wreck everything in their path. But a cop can't say a word. Anyway, don't worry, Captain Wilson. One day, children will sing songs around campfires about you, because you are a fucking legend, my man. Anyway, so this is what that represents. Because they can't speak, and an idiot like me can. So, Mamdani, from all New Yorkers and the NYPD, Eva Fangola.
He's awesome.
Fucking killer.
Yeah.
Sniper like. That's just solid. Fitz, what beer you taking to bed?
Tough one tonight. And I hate to say this, but the Imperial is gonna take the edge just because of the alcohol content. Because I mean, if we're not in it for the booze, I mean, what are we doing here? I certainly don't need the extra calories. But taking nothing away from that Wayfinder, solid beer, really, just kind of a dirty, nasty beer for only being a 4.7. I mean, it takes a special person to drink that and appreciate it. So, not taking anything away from that, but this Loowit Brewing, fucking phenomenal beer. Again, scary because you could drink 3 or 4 of these, not realizing it was a 9.2% and be pretty schnookered. So, really good beer. That dark chocolate, they nailed it. They really brought it home. So that's who I'm taking to bed. Very, very good beer. How about you?
This one's tough. This one, it's really tough. I'm going with the gose. I'm going with the gose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The original Hirachis. I can't remember how I pronounced it earlier. I pronounced it right earlier.
You did.
Hirachis?
You nailed it.
I did.
Yeah, Karachis. There you go.
By Sansa Cerveza, the Rana Rosa. Good stuff. And that doesn't take away from the what was it? Wham's above, Wham's below. Good beer. Way too sweet though. I probably wouldn't do that one again if I saw it. But it was good. It was a good experience. It was interesting. It was coffee. Honestly, it really reminded me of something I would have gotten from Starbucks. And if I really wanted diabetes, I would have that again. But I kind of want to stay away from it. Probably gonna wait. Do it.
Diabetes. Oh shit.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. This was
hell of a
definitely a very, very different show. We had a lot of Hefe tonight, and I'll tell you, I think we got to probably, should I say 33%? Magic number?
Yes, you should.
It's about 33,
Yeah.
30, maybe 33% of the doc.
About 33. Yeah.
Good times. Chat, thank you for being here.
Yep.
Susan,
Yep.
Bruce, Justin, Lisa, I think Aaron, I know Justin.
Is he trigger they them?
No, I think trigger they them is Justin. I think are we there yet is Aaron. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, that was my call earlier.
They got us tonight. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah.
We love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for being here. RazorWireNews.com is the website. Go there, subscribe. Even if you don't subscribe to the $5 a month, just get on the show and just give
us some love.
Yeah. Follow us. You'll get lots of content, so you'll enjoy it. I'm Steve McShane.
I'm Fitz.
Think critically.
Act accordingly.
We'll talk to you soon.